Okay, dokie, we are back. Today, as we've been saying, now that we just started, we are today's first anniversary of this program, the Vintage Talk Show with the Fudge, and now my guys are completing the studio. Alex Ogundadegbe has been here. Good morning again, Alex. In case
Good
some people are
morning,
just
Mr.
joining us now.
Fudge. Good morning,
Okay,
Lagos.
and thank God my co-anchor that went on leave is back now. At least his voice is back. Good morning, Mr. T.
Good
Good
morning, Fudge.
morning.
Good morning, everybody, and congratulations. We're happy to be here today.
Yes, 1 year after. And joining us,
Mhm.
legal expert and social development advocate, and
Okay.
advocate of many other issues. Good morning,
Fantastic.
Olutubosun Oshifowora. Good morning to you.
Fine. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Mr. Octi. Morning, sir.
He's always cheerful. They call him boss man, and sometimes
Yeah,
boss money. And
the
so
people's
if you don't hear
lawyer.
his voice, he's chasing money somewhere in Aja, in Lekki, in all those places. The time of the day does not matter.
And is
Good to hear
fighting
you.
for the masses.
Yes, that is my body masses. Because to do pro bono, you need to have something more than bono in your account. Um, that is good. It's good. We are all here.
Oh, fine.
Let's get ready for the newspaper reviews this morning. Let's start with the Saturday Tribune. It leads with last week was very, very monotonous. All the elections, Kogi, Imo, Bayelsa, and then the usual results have come out. I can't believe how Nigerian voters feel after elections. You work so hard, hoping for something, and then something else happens. And then you just shrug and go on next, waiting for the next 4 years. May God help us.
Abi?
Well, Tribune starts with the lead. Emefiele awarded 1.21 billion contracts to female CBN worker, says the FGN. The ex-CBN governor remanded in Kuje prison. Well, it's just an allegation. So let us not insinuate and begin to, because Nigerians, when you hear female, that's the reason why they put female CBN worker.
Yes, they want us to read meaning into it.
The one of the reason, these super people, only God can save them from going to hell. I don't know if they count the thing. Female CBN worker. So you do what you think. You just finish the statement. Anyway, it's still allegation. Uh, the, the the young man is facing music on. I think they have reduced his count to 6. I hope
Yeah, 6.
all will not be thrown out, as we have seen in a number of places.
That's one.
Uh,
That's one man who will
you
never
know,
get any kind of
let
pity from Nigerians.
No, he can't. Nobody's going to pity
sadly
him if
so.
you.
Sadly so.
Nobody.
He dealt with us. He dealt with us.
Nobody.
Uh, he and his
He
boss
said that's
dealt with us.
And his boss threw him
Okay.
under the bus.
The 3 man of the boss.
They allow me on street. Not even
That's
blinking.
right.
We get to that.
Oh,
We get to
Alex.
that shortly. Um, bu- 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 uh, some ex-directors says I worked with Nikki Toby committee. 1999 constitution was badly done. It says I spent nights with printer. I beg your pardon. I spent night with printer to get a few copies for Obasanjo's inauguration. Ex-director. That's about 24 years late, my brother. Uh, if you talk about constitution now, Bosun will tell you that there's nothing wrong with the constitution. Is the people operating in that problem. So don't let us go into that argument this morning. Um, uh, Pensioners Hanot Tribune say it's a voice of justice. Okay, they're just getting happy with themselves there. That's nice. Let's see the Punch. The Punch says Buhari's aides, ex-governors, APC bigwigs intensify lobby for ambassadorial appointments. Oh yeah, governors, lawmakers, retired military officers submit loyalist names to Gbajabia Mila and Toga. Don't appoint envoys as reward system for cronies. Expert advises Tinubu.
Good luck with that.
Some advice we want to listen to.
Good luck.
Ideally,
That's the tradition.
Officers should serve as envoys so that they don't have gaps and all that. But
do you remember the octogenarian that was appointed ambassador in the US by Buhari?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It was reward. That was one of the judges who ruled in his favor when he had his case over an election that he took part in.
Nigerian journalists, they have started linking the dots. Sometimes you just
will link the dots? Who will link the dots? We have to link the dots for ourselves.
You know, but you see, the patronage system we run in this country, I won't say it will be our end, but it's going to give us stress. And I don't see
it's always given us stress. It's always given us stress.
No. I mean, this is 60-something years after. We shouldn't be doing some certain things like Banana Republic kind of style. You know, how do you appoint someone? How do you appoint someone that do you remember, Bosun? The International Court of Justice sent back a justice that we recommended to the Hague for incompetence.
Who scored 0? He performed very abysmally in the exam. 0.
Yes.
Imagine.
Yes.
In a normal exam.
You could see from there that
you know the problem with this country. We undermine certain positions, the kind of appointments that make from this country. And for example, if you look at the work of ambassador, as casual as it may look, it represents certain interests. And if you put somebody who is incompetent there, you're just playing down the interest of the country. That's why you find out that the same Nigerians are suffering in some places, and you wonder, don't we have an ambassador there? Imagine what U.S. ambassadors mean in almost every country where they go. They put in people who have friends, and who can represent the interest of the country. But here we just look for funny characters and you push them abroad, and at the end of the day, it's as if the country doesn't exist. And those ones just go there. We've seen ambassadors, quite a number of ambassadors from here, getting into problems over there, even personal problems. I mean, that's not the way it should be. But God love this country.
He does. Others will have
I hope we'll get it right someday.
Competent people.
I hope we'll get it right someday. It's a big disgrace. They do not know that ambassadorial positions represent the entity of Nigeria, represent the culture, everything about our Nigeria. And everybody sees them as people to go to when you want to find out details about a country. They're representing the president where we these nations.
Alex would like this piece from Saturday Independent. It says, Tinubu makes U-turn, cancels 40% IGR deduction from varsities. I think that was it was as if he listened to you.
Yeah, we mentioned it last week on the program. We were talking about the universities. Are they going to be autonomous or not? If you're going to give them autonomy, you can't say they should start contributing money to one of the national purses, right? But now I think he has come out and made it clear. So at least if the universities eventually attain autonomy, at least they can raise revenue themselves and spend it as they will.
Okay, thank you. I suspect Bosun will like this or not. It says, with our new airports, we have opened Ogun State to the world. That's Governor Abiodun. Is that not a cargo airport? Are they going to carry human beings?
Oh my God.
So the gateway state.
I've tried my best to just refrain.
From,
I've tried my
from
best to
talking about
refrain
home
from
issues.
commenting on Governor Abiodun. There are a lot of wrong priorities. And it's sad. It's sad because the way Ogun State was going, I think all he needed to do is just consolidate on the gains. But there seemed to be a whole lot of confusion, particularly with the economic drive for the states, and it's very sad. So a lot of what you see are more
Well,
PRs than actual actual things happening on ground. Because what Ogun State wants to do with a cargo airport is still it seems to be like the ninth wonder of the world for me.
Oh well, we must cite the fact that Ogun State has one of the biggest industrial layouts in Nigeria, and a lot of goods are moved from Ogun State to the rest of the country. But having said that, I still would say, and I will agree with Boston, that a cargo airport is not really a priority now. The man hasn't fixed roads. If you come to Ogun State, I live in Ogun State, I live in Ota.
Oh
The roads are terrible.
boy.
And my God, Agbarada hosts industries and Ota, where I live. If you see the access roads, they are horrible. They are so horrible that people complain and they wonder if we really have a governor in Ogun State. Is that bad?
he is overwhelmed because I see a lot of, I mean, maybe just like what Boston said, PR hypes and all that. I get a lot of pictures. I see a lot of pictures of road making, infrastructure, trying to correct road, renovate road, construct roads and all that. Are those photo tricks or what? Maybe
Of
the
course,
enormity of the work so much.
the bulk of my practice is in Ogun State, and I use the courts a lot, and I go from Abeokuta to E4 Ota, E4 Agis, Ishagamu, Ijebode, and all practically every part of Ogun State. The roads are in a horrible state because for the cargo planes now bring the cargoes in. How them the cargo plane that will land them
How would it get
in
the
all the interland? It doesn't work like that. Even from the train station, the road from the train station in Abeokuta coming out is almost an eyesore. So I
well,
think he
even
needs to
I
give
don't know.
priority to things that are than like that.
So, Governor Abiodun, if you're hearing us, they say you just they play. You have not started. You have so much work to do. Um, uh, please prioritize. Let the people feel the essence of governance and democracy. Let's go to the nation. It says appeal court affirms Abba Yusuf's sack as Kano governor.
Oh my
Says
God.
uneasy calm as APC's Nasiru Gawuna wins again. NNPP heads for Supreme Court. Says verdict threat to democracy. Another one says, we'll defeat you finally there. Ganduje tells NNPP. Then finally says, court confirms Bala Mohammed's election as Bauchi governor. There are a lot of court governors, and nowadays they're turning things over. Of course, you would expect the nation to live with such things. Wow. Do you see Boston? I thought the appeal is the final case for governorship, or is it only that the legislative
No, so
works?
it goes all the way to Supreme Court. It's the legislative elections that are the court of first instance and then stops at court of appeal. But for governors,
Okay.
it goes all
Well,
the
we
way
have to
from
find a way of.
of appeal. Then for presidential, you start from court of appeal,
Yeah,
then
I know
the
that.
final step
I know
is
that.
Supreme Court.
Okay, but we need to find a way of narrowing this thing. Or some people will be in court until until half their time is gone. You know, they're having
Yeah.
off circle
Yeah.
that.
The electoral laws
You know, that's
actually, the electoral laws actually gave a time frame. You remember
80
way
days.
back during the Mole, the thing spanned like 2-3 years into the tenure of
Yeah,
the
case and all that.
incumbent. So before they now upturn it, that's why you find some staggered elections around. So, but since the introduction of the extant electoral laws, things have actually changed. But somehow, I think we still need to work on it because the major issue is that when you go to court, you need to gather evidence, and most times you need some time. You saw what happened to Labour Party at the Presidential Electoral Tribunal. The argument was that 21 days was too short for them to gather all the. So now we are even still asking for shorter time for this. So if you have to gather evidence all over Nigeria, then it might be worse. You might just forget about.
Yeah, and the council for the Labour Party was complaining that INEC was not giving them access. I don't know, maybe it was crying wolf, but you can imagine if it's true, INEC doesn't give you access to evidence, then the time is going, and of course, you don't get what you want at the end of the day.
No, Mr. Alex, in the law, there's a law that actually sanctions INEC in the electoral laws. In fact, there's a 2-year jail term. We hold all the necessary things that you need to be given.
You are putting law for lawless people.
And the work.
You are putting law for lawless people. They will tell you that they want to calibrate the verse. Hello?
If you have time,
they will tell you that they want to calibrate they want to configure the beavers. They will need 3 months. They will need this. What will you do? They will throw their hands and say,
some people are winning. Some people are winning. Some people are winning through the same laws. So you saw what the Supreme Court said, that if you take social media and you are whipping up sentiments and emotions and you leave the major thing, at the end of the day, the decision won't go your way. We have seen what happened in Kano. We have seen what happened in other places. So those who know the law follow the law, and they know how to do their own thing from the beginning. Election won and lost planning stage. You know that
but gentlemen,
kind of you are in.
You
start
know what
from the beginning.
You know what my greatest fear is? My greatest fear is, based on technicalities, we may end up having the judiciary truncating the will of the people. I'm sure you understand what I mean. They see one small technicality.
Yes,
for instance, see what happened in Imo State. The person that won the election eventually was not the man who came first or second. I think he came third or fourth. And everything came on technicality, until today. A lot of people from that state call the man the Supreme Court governor. That's what they call him.
But I think the man proved everybody wrong last week by getting the real mandate from the people.
Again, there's news about that.
Penalties should not determine a game that has ended in a draw. That's the thing. The game must be determined somehow. So some people have argued against penalties for football, that they don't want it. But it's part of the game, it's part of the rules, and that's what the laws, and that's what we have. And we'll still
let's move on.
For now.
Let's move on. The Alex and Bosun's stamina becomes stronger when we this is a sad one from The Nation. It says, murdered lecturer gets letter confirming professorship at Wake.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh. This is what people pray, that you will not have your elevation as a posthumous certificate. That's sad. That's sad. I think we should call it a day on that note. On that, no, this is an advisory edition. We will not stop on that note. Let's take one more. Let me see. Tinubu heads to Germany for G20 Compact with Africa conference. Baba just going everywhere. Baba is just moving those
This
Baba
at
is
least
looking for
once
money.
a month, Baba will go. Maybe the
They
small
met.
Mr. Hajj is for Saudi discussion. It's for. Are we seeing results, boss? Baba is
Baba
traveling
is
a
looking
lot.
for money. He wants to put everything. Sir,
Baba is
Baba is
looking for.
building solid foundation for us.
Yes,
He's
yes,
looking for
yes.
money.
I
He
hope
just, you
so.
see, they have stylishly told us that they inherited nothing.
Oh, we'll
So
come
Baba
to
is
that.
looking for money
Oh,
and investors, and I think he's trying. If the dividend
well,
starts
okay,
coming
so
in,
my concern, gentlemen, Buhari went on at least 10 African conferences abroad. They made promises. At the end of the day, we really didn't see much. We've seen President Tinubu move from the UAE to Saudi Arabia, and now he's going to Germany. Well, my hope is that we see the results, because at the UAE, when the media gave the information, from the perspective of the president, we were made to believe that Emirates and Etihad will come back and that visas will be approved to Dubai. But till now, that has not been done. I mean, you find people, they tend to spin the news to favor the authority when they meet with foreign dignitaries to make it look good.
I think there were
well,
some preliminary issues on that Dubai thing that needed to be sorted out.
gentlemen, we ought to have a discussion on point blank, and you are almost spending the time on point blank. So it's going to have a very short point blank before we move to our next segment. If our guests oblige us by coming on time. But I think we have come to the end of today's newspaper review or headline reviews, and we'll be back shortly. But I want to